Hello fellow detectorists, yes, I'm back out again. I'm out on permission number 1. I've come back here today. I was here last weekend and it was really windy, if you remember. It's still a bit breezy today, but nowhere near like what we were getting last weekend. I did have a quick look up on permission number 2 to see whether they'd raked any of the fields or ploughed or anything like that, and they haven't done as yet. It's a bit early yet, I think. The fields are only just being cut over the last couple of weeks, so that's what I was hoping for anyway. But they haven't, so I've come back to permission number 1, which is where I'm likely to find more stuff, really. So it is Saturday, it's the 17th of August. I'm here all day. It's nice weather at the moment. Let's hope this carries on, we don't get any rain. But I wanted to mention one little item which I found last week. I don't know if you remember it, but it's this. Now, at first I thought it was some kind of strange shotgun cartridge cap. Now it is actually 2 shotgun cartridge caps that have been pushed together, one inside the other. If I zoom in, you can just see the edge or the join edge here from where one is pushed inside the other. What they used to do, they used to knock the centers out of the shotgun cartridge caps, push 2 together, and this used to, like I say, somebody did tell me leave me a message on my channel and told me what this was. And then I spoke to the farmer today and he said yes, that's right. He said we used to do that. And what they do, they push these 2 shotgun cartridge caps together and it creates a whistle. A very rough whistle anyway, as I very poorly demonstrated there. And they used to use these, believe it or not, to attract foxes. The farmer told me, it's a bit gruesome, but the farmer told me they used to get a dead rabbit, hang it on the front of their truck or their van or whatever the vehicle they had, and sit in the truck and blow these whistles to mimic the sounds of a rabbit, and that used to encourage the foxes. If they had a fox on their land, which obviously they didn't want, they had to hunt them or cull them or whatever, and this is what they used to use. And I just thought that was really interesting. I managed to find something like that. But anyway, that's what that is. Great. I love it when you find things like that that got some history to it. Who would have thought making something like that out of 2 shotgun cartridge caps? But anyway, I'll have to look up who it was that left a message on my channel, and I'll probably put a note up on the screen and say thanks on the video shortly. But anyway, that's brilliant. But we'll see what we find here today. And as usual, you will see me at the first find. Bye for now. Here we go folks, here's our first find, and it is a little thimble fragment. It's what's left of a thimble anyway. Anyway, let's carry on. Bye for now. That's find number 1. Here we go, folks, we've got our next target, and here's a little buckle that you see the remains of the iron pin in the centre there. That's quite nice. I don't think it's that old, but still, it's quite a nice little buckle. Anyway, let's see what comes out next. Here we go, folks, got our next target, our next find, and it appears to be another coin, and it is this time a ship halfpenny. You can just make it out on the back there, and this is a King George V, I think. I'm not 100% sure, I think it is. So that's another coin. Anyway, let's carry on. I'm about to go into another field. I'm about to go onto the barley stubble field, and that might be a bit easier because this wheat stubble is really difficult. You have to spend most of your time going over the top of it. But anyway, let's see how we get on in another field. Right then, folks, we'll try a live dig. I've got quite a good signal here. It's coming up anywhere from about 75 up to about 90, so we'll give it a try. Sounds like it's out. Yeah, I know what it is. It's one of these old, what people have called coat hooks. But I wonder sometimes whether the farmers might have used these as pipe tampers, because they would have been the perfect thing for that. But as you can see, it looks like one of those old coat hooks. There would have been a screw fitting in here, would have gone into the wall or a piece of wood, and on this end there's usually a hook or a 90-degree turn in the metal. But I'll half wonder, you know, whether they might use these as pipe tampers sometimes. Anyway, that's what that is that time. I should imagine it is a coat hook. Let's carry on. Hello folks, just had another target here, and this time it's another little buckle, but this one's got more of its pin left than the last one. It's almost identical to the previous one. I just got the other one out of my bag, and there you go, two buckles almost the same. Look, don't know what these buckles would have been used on. Might have been a bit small to be horse tack or horse equipment. Anyway, we'll carry on. I've still got a couple of hours left before I head off home, so we'll see what else comes out. I'm back on the wheat field again now. I did go across the barley field just now, but I didn't get much on there at all, so I'll come back on this wheat field. Anyway, we'll see what comes out next. Here we go folks, got our next find. It's come from just down here, and it's this, look, it's another buckle, not so old this one, and a lot bigger. This one could very well be from horse tack, bridle straps, that kind of thing. Anyway, let's carry on. I am heading back to the car now. I'll be on my way home soon, so we'll see what we get on the way. Bye for now. Here we go folks, we've got our next find. See where it's just come from. And this has got to be the best example I think I've ever had of a bit of rolled up lead. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? Now usually they say that bits of rolled up lead were thrown into a field, you'd write a curse on them or some bad gesture or something or other, roll the piece of lead up and throw it into the field of possibly your neighbour who you didn't like very much, and it would bring them bad luck. Their crop wouldn't grow very well, or so they thought. So whether this is a bit of curse lead, I don't know, but that's very well rolled up. It's interesting to know whether there is something written on it or not. But I should imagine if there was, or if there is, or was I should say, because it would probably be long gone by now. But that's interesting. Anyway, let's carry on. Here we go folks, got our next find, and this is interesting. It's this, look, it's quite big, I should imagine that was probably like a wide buckle or something at one time, and it's got this big still spinning. I don't know whether that would have been that way round and it would have been a pin to a big buckle, or whether it was that way round and it would have had another attachment on the end, and I don't know. But that's interesting. You can see scuff marks in it where it's been worked. This is handmade, whatever it is, and it does look very old. But that's interesting. I wonder what that was. I haven't seen anything like that before, or not that size anyway. Anyway, we'll carry on. Anybody out there that might have seen something like this before and you know what it is, let me know, please. Anyway, we'll carry on. Here we go, folks, we've got our next find, and it is a coin. It's come from just down here, and it's that, look. Now, this is unusual. I don't recognise this. That's interesting. Sorry, it's out of focus. That's better. That's interesting. I thought I saw a date at the bottom a moment ago. Is that 18 something on the bottom there? And on the other side, it looks like a man, or sitting man, doing something. On this side, it's got quite a large head on it that I don't recognise. Let me just wet it again. You can see a bit more sometimes when it's wet. Now, I'll wet it too much. You see that head on there? Now, what is that? I'm guessing it's a foreign coin because I don't recognise this. I will try and have a quick look on the internet and see if I can't see anything whilst I'm out here in the field. Anyway, I'll come back to you in a mo. Bye for now. Our next find, folks, is another coin. There we go. You can just see, barely see 3 ones up here, so that's a Georgia third. Be a halfpenny. You can just make out a bust on there as well, a portrait. Lovely. It should be Britannia on the back. It's very badly worn. Lovely. Anyway, we'll carry on. Bye for now.